Hey Royals, for those of you that don't already know me, my name's Scott and I'm from Nearme Yoga. We're so glad to be partnering with the university and the CHU program to bring you guys yoga classes in your homes or wherever most suits you. So without further ado, let's grab our mats and get started. We're going to start our practice today in tabletop pose, creating a nice square-like shape with the body. Hands directly beneath the shoulders, knees directly beneath our hips. Try to get the eyes of the elbows to face the front of the room, sometimes opening your hands towards the corners of the mat, getting the pointer fingers parallel to the edges helps us with this. Press into the entire hand. Stack shoulders over wrists. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Think about lifting the knees. Get the low core engaged here. The crown of the head reaches forward, hold no tension through the neck. Press into the palms, stay nice and active here. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. In through the nose, continue to press. Out through the nose. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Good, stay nice and active through the arms. Now lifting our knees. Shoulders come a little further past the fingertips. We start to get a little stretch through the wrists here, a little deeper core activation, maybe even a little stretch through the tops of the feet and the ankles. Continue to breathe here. Continue to let that head reach forward. Hold no tension through the neck. One more big breath in. And out. Lower your knees. Press the hips to the heels. Find child's pose for a moment. Relax the forehead towards your mat. Try to keep your arms active here. Keep the forearms lifted. Get a little stretch through the base of the arms, a little bit into the shoulders. Relax the forehead. Hold again, no tension through the neck. Try to almost press into the palms and the fingertips here. Get the hips to sink a little closer towards the heels. Take one breath in and out. Good, next inhale, lift ourselves back up. Let the hands come back beneath our shoulders. This time we're gonna lift that right leg, kick it back behind us. Flex into the right foot, drop the toes to your mat. We're gonna slowly work the foot off of the mat towards the back of our room. We're coming into a little modified variation of our child's pose here. Leave the right knee lifted, start to fold over that left leg. If we feel a little unbalanced here, walk the hands more towards the left, squaring off towards the top of our left leg. Keep the forearms lifted, keep pressing left hip all the way to left heel. And then gently lift back up, draw the hands back beneath us. That right foot stays lifted, kicks out towards the right side. We're either on the knife edge of the foot here, or if we can, we find the flat part of our foot, re-sinking hips to heels. Keeping the arms reaching out ahead of us, and again lowering the forehead towards the mat. Another little modified child's pose here, getting into the hips, finding a little comfort. One big breath in and out. Again, slowly lift ourselves back up. Right leg swings back behind us, bend into the knee, step the foot to the outside of our right hand. Good, we'll stay here for a moment, bring the right hand to the center line of the mat. Right hand reaches up high into the sky. Take a look up towards the fingers, towards the ceiling, whatever works best for us here. Maybe twisting a little bit, reaching the arm over to the side of our room. Getting a little bit into the outside of our right hip. Nice little spinal twist to start here as we gently lower that right hand back down. Good. Press into the palms, lift the right foot, kick it back. If we need to, shake the leg out before refining our tabletop pose. Take a moment here to reset, get those hands nice and strong directly beneath the shoulders. Use all that bone stacking and engagement here as that left leg now reaches back behind us. Again, flex into the foot to start. Let the foot find the mat and start to work it off of our mat towards the back of the room. Again, we're pressing down, finding the chest long over the right leg. Let the forearms come down and the forehead come down. Relax on the right leg as much as possible. And gently begin to lift ourselves back up, lifting the left leg high, swinging it out to the left side. And again, coming down onto that knife edge of the foot or the flat edge if we can. Resync hips to heels. Modified child's pose. Lower the forehead, lower onto the forearms, whatever we need to do here. Find a little bit of comfort and a little bit of a stretch. Good, big breath in and out. Lifting all the way back up. Left leg swings back behind us, bending into the knees, step the foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, find our right hand now, more towards that center line of the mat, lift, left hand high into the sky. Take a look up towards the fingers, maybe towards the ceiling, whatever works best for us here. And again, if we did on the other side, a little deepening, twisting open, getting more into that outer hip, little spinal twist, and gently lower. Left hand back down, press into your palms, lift left leg, kick it back, shake it out. Re-find ourselves in tabletop pose. Again, get those hands right beneath the shoulders. Take a few little wrist exercises here. As we inhale, press the shoulders past the fingertips. Exhale, press back. Inhale, press forward, maybe a little deeper towards the front of our mat. Exhale, back. Good. Last one here. Really press forward, challenge yourself, find some range of motion through the wrist, a little bit of strength, nice deep stretch, and back. If we need to, feel free to sit towards the heels, roll the wrists out, maybe shake them out. If we're not used to bringing a lot of weight into the hands, this could be pretty intense early in the practice, so this always feels nice and good. Bring ourselves back up. Again, eyes of the elbows face the front of the room, tabletop to start. This time we challenge ourselves a little bit. Inhale, press forward, slightly lift through the knees. Exhale, press back, let the knees come down. Each time we go forward, we lift maybe a little higher, press a little further forward, and back down. Good. Last one, let's challenge ourselves. Press forward, lift knees, hold 3, 2, and 1. Lower knees. Sit back towards the heels, and again, roll the wrists out, shake them out, whatever we need, whatever's most comfortable for us here. When we're ready, we'll draw those hands back out in front of us, shoulders over palms, tabletop pose. This time we're going to tuck through the toes, lift the knees, shins are parallel to the floor. Continue to press into the palms, keep the shoulder blades peeling apart, keep the core nice and active, use different parts of the body to hold this pose. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of the room. Again, no tension through our neck here. Big breath in through the nose and out. Inhale, continue to press, stay lifted. Exhale. Last big breath in and out. As we lift the hips a little higher, press back to a little shorter downward facing dog. We'll come into this pose slowly. As much as we can, start to pedal through the feet. Let the backs of the legs start to open up, hamstrings, calves. Work on range of motion through the ankle. Kind of notice where we're at early in our practice. Feel free to get into a little bit of twist here as maybe one knee drives towards the mat. Switching sides, keeping everything nice and balanced. And then eventually sinking those heels towards the mat, pressing into the palms, relaxing the head. Crown reaches towards our mat. We're taking a look back at the knees or the shins. Find a little comfort here. Feel free to even close the eyes. Use the hands to your advantage. Fingertips, backs of the knuckles, palms. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Spine is long. Hips continue to reach. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and out. Inhale, exhale. One last breath all together in and out. Good. Take a look forward. Start to press the shoulders over the palms. Might need to take a slight step back with the feet as we come into our high plank pose. We're going to check in here for a moment. Same idea as our tabletop pose. Use all the parts of the body that we have to our advantage. Don't just let the weight in the hands and the wrists keep us lifted. Engage the legs. We're high on the toes. The core is engaged. The spine is nice and long. Again, the crown of the head reaches forward. Take a big deep breath in through the nose and out. Stay lifted, press into the palms, keep breathing, and exhale. One more breath all together in and out as we press all the way back now to our more traditional downward facing dog length. Again, we let the heels start to melt. If we still need a little pedal through the feet, now that we're a little longer in our downward facing dog, find those similar movements here. Let the backs of the legs open. When we're ready, The heels will melt towards the mat. Relax through the shoulders. Keep the spine long. Take a big deep breath in and out. In through the nose. Out through the nose. One more in and out. Good. Next inhale, start to lift up onto the toes. Roll forward. High plank pose, top of a push-up. This time we're going to inhale, press shoulders over palms. Exhale back. Good. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. Last one. Inhale forward. Maybe we challenge ourselves, lowering. Chaturanga. Lifting up. And pressing back. Downward facing dog. Good. In through the nose. And out. Keep the breath alive. Keep the heat building within the body. Use the breath to really be the metronome of your practice. Use it to keep your mind nice and calm, nice and relaxed. Good. Big breath in and out. Good. Next inhale, high on our toes. Little bend in the knees, look forward. Take a slow walk to the top of our mat. When we get there, we bring the big toes together to touch. The heels are slightly apart. Take an inhale, find a flat back, let the shoulders pinch, and exhale, refold. Inhale, reach your hands high, palms together, gazes near the thumbs. Exhale, heart center. In through the nose, reaching back up, slight back bend, lift with the heart, and exhale, fold all the way forward. In through the nose, flat back, shoulders pinch. Exhale, fold. Good. We'll take two more just like that. Inhale. Reach the hands back up. Really start to build the heat. Exhale. Heart center. Palms press. In through the nose. Back up. Opening heart and chest. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold. Last one here. Inhale. Reaching. Mobility in the shoulder. Exhale. Heart center. Palms press. In through the nose. Back up. Exhale. Folding forward. In through the nose, flat back, shoulders pinch, and out through the nose. As we plant the palms, bend the knees, quietly step or float to the back of our mat, maybe landing chaturanga, lifting upward facing dog, and all meeting in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Use the downward facing dog as our restorative pose. Use it to check back into our practice, mentally, physically, whatever we might need, maybe even catch our breath. Good. Take a big breath in now. And out. Inhale back up on our tippy toes. Bend the knees. Look forward. This time we step or float. Top of our mat. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Arms back up high. Palms together. Exhale. Heart center. Palms press. In through the nose. Back up. Opening heart and chest. Deep back bend. Exhale. Fold forward. In through the nose, flat back. Out through the nose, fold, plant palms, bend knees quietly. Step or float, back of our mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. We all meet, downward facing dog. Good. Feel free at any time to skip those chaturangas if we need to. Always just meeting in our downward facing dog. Whatever variation works best for us here. Maybe we're feeling strong and we're taking double chaturangas, whatever it might be. Whatever it might mean for you. Just be nice and mindful. Listen to what the body has to say, what it's willing to do. Big breath in and out. Good. Next inhale, we'll lift our right leg high, point through the toes. On the exhale, settle your left heel towards the mat. Keep the right toes lifting high into the sky. Press through the palms. Exhale. One more breath. Lift high now onto those left toes. Bend the right knee. Step the foot between the thumbs or as high on the mat as we can get it. Making sure before we lift into our high lunge that we're not walking on a tightrope. Feet are about hip distance apart. We're nice and grounded through the front foot. When we feel strong and ready, the hands swing up off the mat. Reach towards the sky. Maybe a little bend in the back knee helps us to add some strength to our high lunge pose, but also gives us a little bit of balance as we bring the center of gravity lower towards the mat. Pinky fingers wrap towards each other in the hands. Arms are reaching high. Good. Press your left hip forward, your right hip back. Make sure you stay nice and square here. Spine is long. Take a big breath in and out. Good. Challenge yourselves. Keep reaching through the fingers, in through the nose. Exhale, settle into the legs. Another big breath in and out. Good. This inhale, we reach up, look towards the ceiling. And on our exhale, opening up cactus arms, finding a deep back bend, a little bit of balance. Good. Big breath in, reach fingers back up high. Exhale, resettle into our legs. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last breath here in, reach through the fingers. And for twisted high lunge, exhale, twist to the right. Open the arms up parallel to our mat. Continue to keep that strong bend in the front knee. Reach a little more out of the right hand. Keep the spine nice and long, nice and straight. We're either looking out to the side, maybe challenging ourselves, looking back over that right arm. Really ground through the feet here. Find stability in the body. Continue to breathe in through the nose and out. Good. Next inhale, swing that right arm back up into the sky and exhale, settle. Good. Last breath here, all together in, reach. And exhale those hands to frame our front foot. Press into the palms, lift the right leg, kick it back behind us, nice and quietly, shake it out. We all meet back in our downward facing dog. Good. Big breath here, all together in and out. Next inhale, swing our left foot up high, point through the toes, exhale, settle the right heel towards your mat. Big breath in through the nose, lift toes a little higher. Exhale, settle. One more, back up onto those right toes, bend left knee, foot steps through the thumbs, or as high on the mat as we can get it. Again, take a look down at the feet. Make sure we're not walking on that tightrope. Stay strong and balanced here. Really ground into that front foot. And again, when we're ready, hands sweep up towards the ceiling. Sink into the back knee if we did on the other side. Same cues here. Reach out of the fingers. Keep everything nice and engaged. Use that bent back knee to your advantage. Strength, but also balance. Center of gravity is a little lower. Good. Right hip is pressing forward now. Left hip back. Everything's square. We're nice and engaged. Spine is long. Crown reaches high towards the ceiling. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. Settle into the legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, settle. One more breath here in and out. Good. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, open, cactus arms, nice strong back bend, balancing pose. Good. Hold here. Inhale, re-reach, hands back up. Exhale, settle. Good. In through the nose. And for twisted high lunge, exhale, twist to your left now. Again, finding the comfort in the pose. Reach a little more out of our left arm. Keep everything nice and straight here, nice and stacked. Either we're looking towards the side of the room or, again, maybe over that back arm, finding a little more balance, a little more strength through the legs, whatever it is. Stay grounded here. Stay nice and long. Take a big breath in and out. Good. Next breath, sweep that left arm back around and up. Exhale, settle. Last breath in, reach out of our fingers, and exhale the hands to frame our front foot. Again, press through the palms here. Lift left foot, quietly find it back into the sky. Shake the leg out. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In through the nose. And out. Good. Let's even out. Lift up onto the toes. Bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Reach hands up nice and high. Palms meet. Exhale. Heart center. Palms press. In through the nose. Reach back up. Open heart and chest. Exhale. Diving forward. In through the nose. Flat back. And out through the nose, plant palms, bend knees, quietly step or float. Find chaturanga, upward facing dog. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Take that big breath in and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. One more all together in and out. Take a look back towards the feet as we open them up as wide as our mat. We'll keep everything nice and planted back there. Walk the hands towards the feet. We come up nice and settled onto the feet here. Keep the weight in the toes if we can. Maybe even play with a little bit of balance here as we bring more weight forward. We start to really grip with the toes. Maybe the heels start to lift up. Do your best to hinge at the waist. Let the upper body fold over the legs. Maybe flip the fingers to face the back of the room. Walk the hands through the feet. The crown of the head hangs nice and heavy here. Find a little bit of comfort wherever we can. Good. Looking back up towards the toes, let those hands come back in front of us. If they were between the legs, walk the hands over to the outside of our left foot. We're getting a nice stretch through that left leg, a little bit different than we normally would. Getting more on the outside of the leg and really kind of just working the left side. Maybe if we can, we could walk the hands towards the heel. A little deeper stretch, getting more into that inner hip now. We'll find the right hand to the back of the left ankle. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep bend into the right knee. Opening up here. Similar to an earlier pose, but in a more standing variation now. Maybe reach the left hand a little further behind us. Good, slowly come back down. Walk the hands through neutral. Sometimes the feet like to move on us there. If they did, just find them back parallel to the sides of our mat. Walk the hands to the right. Find the outside of the right foot to start. Again, let that leg begin to fire up. If we did so on the other side, we can walk the hands a little further back towards the heel. Eventually find the left hand to the right ankle. The right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Deep bend in the left knee. Good. Taking a look up towards that ceiling. If we did so on the other side, twisting a little more, opening the right arm towards the side of our room. Good. Slowly. Come all the way back down through neutral, hands in front of the face. We'll heel toe those feet back underneath us. Find the feet about hip distance apart here, 2 fist widths. Feel free to take a little check here. Bring the hands about a foot or so in front of the feet. We want to work our way up to the top of our mat. Using some of that strength we've built in the arms, we could start to maybe press into the palms, lift up onto the tippy toes, and maybe just walk the feet towards the wrists. If we're a little bit more advanced and we'd like to challenge ourselves, maybe work on a little bit of floating, we could take the same idea here, but bring just more weight into the hands, lift the hips a little higher, and float the feet to the wrists. Whatever version works for you, maybe it's little hops, little skips, little jumps, steps, whatever it might be, work your way to the top of our mat. Quietly and comfortably, when we get there, grab opposite elbows, hang ragdoll pose for a few breaths. Eventually we'll release the arms down, put a little bend in your knees if they're not already. Round into the spine, let the arms hang heavy, let the head hang heavy. Start to gently and slowly roll up to stand. Kind of notice what's happening here as the legs engage, as the core engages, as the back and the shoulders start to engage. Let the shoulders rather, find the ears, pinch them together, roll them down the back. Give yourselves a nice little massage here. A couple times. Nice and slow. Make sure to switch directions. Roll them forward. Let the shoulders really peel apart. And gently let the arms just kind of shake out. Heel toe the feet back together. Big toes together to touch. Heels are slightly apart. We find our mountain pose. As we reach the crown of the head high. Open the arms up, the pinky fingers. Kind of face the front of the room here. Keep everything nice and active. Tailbone stays underneath us. Legs are active. Core is active. Reach out of the crown of the head. Stand up tall. Take a big breath in. Let the hands reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, back up, open heart and chest. Exhale, fold forward. In through the nose, flat back, shoulders pinch. And out through the nose as we fold, plant palms, bend knees. Maybe take some of those same cues from our little walk to the top of the mat. Apply them here as we press into the palms. Get the weight into the hands. Activate through the shoulders, start to lift the hips, slowly, quietly. Float feet to the back of our mat. Chaturanga to upward facing dog as we open heart and chest. We all meet in downward facing dog from any variation that we've taken. Big breath in through the nose here. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath in. And out. Good. We'll take one more little variation here as we float that right leg back up into the sky. Keep the toes lifting high. Find one breath in. And out. Next inhale, back up onto those left toes, bend our right knee, step the foot through the thumbs or as high on the mat as we can get it. This time, rotate the back foot parallel to the back of our mat. Swing the arms up, warrior two pose, sink into the front knee. Keep everything nice and square here. Take a look at down where we're at. Heel to heel, heel to midfoot, whatever's more comfortable to us here. Back foot's nice and parallel. Take a look over that left arm. Make sure it's reaching right out of your shoulder. The gaze is over the middle finger of our right hand. And we settle into the front leg. Take a big breath in and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. One more in and out. Good. Flip your front palm, reverse the warrior. Reach back out of the right arm. Keep the right knee nice and bent. Another big deep breath in and out. Next inhale, straighten through the front leg. Exhale, start to lift that right arm as we reach it towards the front of the room, dropping it to the inside of the right leg for triangle pose. Opening up here, taking a look up towards those fingers or the ceiling. Maybe letting that left arm reach a little more behind us. Good, not trying to crunch into that right side body. Stay a little lifted here. Big breath in, engage the core, lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, resink, front knee. Warrior two pose. One big breath in and out as we cartwheel those hands down to frame the front foot. Again, press into your palms here. Find separation with that right foot. Quietly kick it back, shake it out. Downward facing dog. One breath in and out. Next inhale, left leg up, point through the toes. Exhale, settle here. Inhale onto our right toes, bend left knee. Foot steps between thumbs or as high as we can get it. Again, roll back foot parallel. Swing the arms up, warrior two pose. All those same cues on this side. Take a look around. Make sure we're nice and square here. Back foot is nice and parallel. Look over the right arm. Make sure it's coming right out of the shoulder. Gaze is over the middle finger of the left hand. 3 breaths in and out. Inhale, keep the heat inside. Exhale. Last full set of breath in and out. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, reach back behind us. Keep the bend in the left knee nice and strong in and out. Next inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, lift left arm, start to reach it back, lowering to the inside of left leg, triangle pose. Take a look up towards those right fingers. Maybe towards the ceiling, maybe we open the arm up a little bit more if we did on the other side. Again, find a little separation with that left leg, stay a little lifted here. Take a big breath in, engage your core, lift the body back up to stand. Exhale, resink, front knee, warrior two pose. One breath in and out as we cartwheel those hands down. Press into the palms, nice and strong. Find space, lift foot, quietly navigate it. Back up into the air, shake the leg out. Downward facing dog. One breath in and out. Good, inhale up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Quietly, step or float. Inhale, flat back, shoulders pinch, and exhale, fold. In through the nose, reach the arms up. Last sun salutation A, exhale. Heart center, palms press. In through the nose, back up. Opening heart and chest, nice strong back bend. Exhale, fold forward. In through the nose, flat back. Out through the nose, fold, plant palms, bend knees. Last time, nice and strong, quietly. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One full, big, deep breath. In through the nose, fill up the lungs. Open the mouth, let go of some heat. Gently lift onto the toes. Let the knees find the corners, the outsides of our mat as we sink hips to heels for a more wide leg child's pose. Let the forearms come down. Let the crown of the head start to fold towards the floor. Forehead might make contact. Do your best here to check back in. Find a little comfort in this pose. Start to notice how the body's feeling. Walk those hands beneath the shoulders. Press ourselves up to sit. Bring the knees underneath us and sweep the feet around to one side as we come into our staff pose. We'll take a little scoot towards the top of the mat. Flex into your feet here. Engage through the legs. Reach the hands up nice and high. Arms are in line with the ears if they can be. Zip the belly button in towards the spine. Fold forward. Think about reaching past the toes if we can. Create a connection with the shins, with the ankles, with the feet. Nice cooling forward fold here. Maybe a little bicep engagement draws the chest a little closer towards the legs. Again, try to relax through the neck as much as we can. A little bit of comfort here. As we peel ourselves away from the legs, walk the hands back behind us. Roll down onto the forearms as we draw the knees into the chest. And lift the feet up into the sky, legs up the wall. You can either leave the hands next to the side body, the palms facing down, or for a little challenge, reach the hands back behind us, more of our roller coaster arms. Point through the toes, start to lower the feet towards the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let that core engage. 5, 4, 3, 2, open the feet up as wide as our mat. 1, hang on, keep them lifted. Challenge yourselves. Engage through the legs. 0, let the feet find the mat. If the arms were back behind us, bring them next to our side body. Start to find some comfort here as we come into our final resting pose, Savasana. Maybe rolling the shoulders beneath us, letting the heart open up a little bit more. The palms face the ceiling. Start to hold no tension throughout the entire body. Do your best to start to control the breath, the heart rate, even the mind and the thoughts that might be coming up for us as we're closing out our practice. Just do your best to find some stillness and comfort here as we take our Savasana in peace, finding a little recovery throughout the body and the mind. One final breath all together in. And to open the mouth, let it go. Take a nice controlled inhale in through the nose. And relaxing exhale through the mouth. As we begin to come back to our physical bodies, we make small movements in the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. While the physical body wakes up, we check into the mind here, noticing if we got a little something out of our practice that we were hoping for. Maybe we surprised ourselves, whatever it might be. Make larger movements now, bending into the elbows, reaching the hands behind us. Take a moment to point through the toes, find a nice deep back body stretch, really reach. Slowly draw your knees into the chest, take a gentle squeeze. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Whatever movements we need here to get those hips back with us. Good. Slowly roll yourself over to one side and press up to a nice comfortable seat, feeling free to keep the eyes soft and closed here. We're starting to flutter them open. As we find this comfortable seat, we reach the crown up to the sky nice and tall. Find a nice straight spine. We inhale our hands up high, palms together. And exhale to heart center as the elbows hang nice and heavy. The thumbs to the third eye as we fold forward in gratification for our practice, thanking the body and the mind for getting us here, for maybe trying something new, for furthering our practice, or for keeping it exactly the same. Whatever it is, always take some time for self-love and self-thanks. I thank you guys for practicing with me. It was my absolute pleasure, and namaste.